Hey everybody, welcome to the Night Marketing Show. We have Lee here. Hi Lee, how's it going?
Going great. How are you doing?
Great. What I was going to mention was that we have something kind of cool today. We're going to be talking about memes and how everybody can use this to improve their cloud score and promote anything they want. And hi Mike, welcome to the show also. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Awesome. A meme. What is a meme? And how can this help us improve our cloud score and really put some money in our pocket too?
Right. Well, let's talk about clout score a little bit. Basically, a clout score is a measurement of how well you're doing on social media. So, in other words, are you a dud on Facebook? Or when you pop in something into your Facebook profile or your page, are there tons of people looking at it, liking it, and sharing it? You know, if you tweet something, does the world care? Or are there a bunch of people looking at it and a bunch of people retweeting it? You know, in other words, how well is social media working for you? Which, as you and I both know, is extremely important because, I mean, SEO's, I mean, it's not dead, but that's not really the way people are making money with internet marketing anymore. People are really making money with internet marketing through social media, not so much through these, you know, things that are over and dead with. So your level of interaction on various social media platforms is the key to making a lot of money fast. And the clout score is basically an aggregate measure of that. And if you don't know about clout, you can go to klout.com and get an account and hook up all your social media accounts to that, and it will create your clout score for you. But really, James, the end goal is to be a big dog on Facebook, be a big dog on Twitter, be a big dog on LinkedIn, be a big dog on G+, et cetera, so that when you put in the money shot, let's say you're doing CPA, because I know you do a lot of CPA.
Mm-hmm.
When you put in the money shot, let's say you put in, and you know, we were talking about an example, Travelers Insurance has got 40% off, you know, for apply, blah, blah, blah. You want a bunch of people to click on that because you want a bunch of people to go to the money page, and you want a bunch of people to do the email submit so that you collect all that money from the CPA network, right?
That's exactly
really
it.
what you want to happen, but that's not going to happen if you don't have massive engagement on your social media platforms.
Exactly.
So the clout score is really a measure of how much engagement you have on all of these social media platforms. And then just to take it a little step further, and Mike, just chime in anytime you want, but to take it a little...
Explaining it, I almost feel like I'm learning something myself.
Well, this is what a decade of teaching mathematics will do for your brain. But basically, you know, the goal is to make money, right?
Exactly.
But you can't make money without eyeballs, if you know what I mean, without people looking at your stuff. So, you know, what we did, see, we were, Mike, myself, and our other partner, Gloria, we were looking, you know, we realized that the whole landscape had shifted. You know, we weren't getting the engagement off of text-based things in social media anymore that we used to. We weren't getting the engagement off of blog posts linked to from Facebook. We weren't getting the engagement from curated articles and content that we, you know, that didn't take us that long to do, but we weren't getting the engagement that we used to, and we were thinking, man, what happened? Well, what happened was we're shifting from a text-based world to a visual world.
Yes.
And so we're thinking to ourselves, what is really getting the engagement? Well, what gets the engagement are visuals, are pictures. Now, a meme is basically, for us, is basically a picture with a quote. And you've seen these. I mean, you've seen, like, you know, Charlton Heston drinking a Dos Equis with some, you know, comment. And there was a while back, a couple of years ago, when memes were really cool and everybody's clicking on them, everybody's sharing them and all that stuff. And then they kind of got old and quit working as well. But we thought, well, you know, the meme's great. It's visual. It's not text-based. People can look at it and understand it in a nanosecond instead of spending 15 seconds of their life reading it and trying to understand it, which people won't do on social media. Because social media is like bam, 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 bam. I mean, you got your Twitter feed, you just scroll through it. You're on your phone, right? Okay,
Exactly.
so my phone. You get Instagram, you're looking through it. You see people standing in line at Panera when I'm getting lunch, looking at Facebook. So we needed something that would catch people's attention, that they would look at, that they would like and share. And I'll explain why they needed to like and share it in a second. They would like and share so that we could build out this engagement across all of these social media platforms. But here's the deal, and Mike's going to love this when I say this, because Mike calls these people social media hippies. Here's the deal. We didn't want to spend very much time per day screwing around with social media. So we wanted to get our cake and eat it too.
I think it goes beyond just the social media aspect of it as well, Lee, because as you know, I've got a fairly strong graphics background. I spent a long time working in graphics, and I know my way around Photoshop really well. I can do some really cool stuff with it. On average, it would take me, a fairly experienced user of something like Photoshop, which is a pretty user-friendly way of editing graphics. It will take me 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes to actually find a quote and an image, and it might cost good money for the image, and there's a whole load of investment going on there, which, okay, if I was only ever going to do 5 minutes, that's not the end of the world. But the fact is, if you're going to do a few of these a day, and if you're going to do a few of these on Instagram, on Google Plus, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on it goes, that 5 minutes soon racks up, and before you know it, you could spend your whole life just on this one strategy. So I think the key there is to streamline the means of doing it, and make sure that to minimise the wastage of posting in the wrong places, posting the wrong stuff, putting the images together in the wrong way, and so on and so forth. And I think that's really kind of one of the angles we've come from with this.
Right. Mike, I was going to ask you, you have a student, and this is really, folks, what we're teaching here is something where you can put money in your pocket by really building your authority on Facebook and LinkedIn and all this stuff, because when you share a meme, you have to understand the power that it has. Literally, I've seen before, and Leo attests to this, sometimes it's 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares. So what you can do with this meme that Lee and Mike are teaching is take this meme, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to basically massively do this and put a lot of money in my own pocket, is you could put a link under the meme, for example, saying, you know what, I'm like, for example, I think it's like it was on the sales page, having trouble dating or something like that, and you can have a dating network from a CPA offer. As soon as they do that, they click it, you put money in your pocket, where that maybe they put an email, you get paid $2 or $3. But imagine some of these memes that get shared 5,000 times, $5,000 times $2, count the money, right, Lee?
Yeah, that's the second component of this whole thing. So, you've got your social media platform, your Facebook profile or page, your Twitter, your whatever, and you put your stuff in there and you got a lot of engagement yourself. But the thing is, and this is one thing that we were working on, was what makes memes go viral?
Yes.
Well, what makes memes go viral really is when they make you stop and think. Okay? When you don't just take your phone and scroll past them and say, oh, that's cool, I've seen that 40 million times, but that's cool. When you don't do that, when you stop and think, oh, that's cool, that's funny, I'm going to like that. When you like it, you're sending a signal to whatever that social media network is that, somebody like that, I bet other people are going to like that. Like we were talking before the show started, how it's played out works in different ways, but on all social media platforms, if you get more engagement, you are rewarded with more engagement. Okay, the cream rises to the top.
Yes.
So part of what we were doing was we wanted to sort of deconstruct what is making memes go viral now. You know, so that we could create memes that had a greater chance of getting liked and shared and retweeted and et cetera, et cetera. And we did that, and we've got the proof of that. So basically what that does is that, you know, when you have someone share your stuff, then all their peeps look at it in addition to all your peeps, right?
Exactly.
So basically what you're doing is you're leveraging your network in an exponential way.
Exactly.
So that was really, all of those things were the goals in creating, you know, the process that we create for memes. The goal was how to make social media work to make money. How to do that, like Mike said, without spending all day, you know, without learning Photoshop, without spending all day in front of Photoshop. Photoshop's hugely expensive anyway, without having to have Photoshop. In other words, what is a really easy way that a newbie or somebody who's doing this part-time, how could they take this same thing and totally leverage it so that they can start making money right now? We wanted to create that whole thing. We did that. We tested it. It works. And, you know, on ourselves. Yeah, go ahead.
We've only got to look at our coaching guy, Will. I mean, I dropped it. He's been coaching with us a little while now. You know, it's literally, there's the recipe, you know, go work it. And the thing with this guy is, just to kind of throw that out there, is he goes away and just does what we say.
How much is he making a month on, Mike? Your coaching student.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. It's realistic income. You know, the guy goes away, does exactly what he's meant to do without deviating. He follows the recipe. And, you know, so far he's up to a couple of grand a month, which...
Wow, $2,000 a month, and, you know,
yeah,
he started doing this.
That is, it actually, you know, he put me a message earlier because I congratulated him. I just really, you know, for me, that guy, he's replaced a normal, boring 9-to-5 job or whatever.
Heating air job, yeah.
A whole lot more fun. You know, we know we get to spend our days playing with our computers, making loads of money. That's what it's about, and you know, I just wanted to drop him a line, and he came straight back to me just to say, the work that I've done with you guys, it works. You know, I've done what I'm supposed to do, and it works, and now I've got all these other ideas and the stuff I'm going to do, and he's going to have a rocking 2015. There's just no way.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. So this one gentleman, he used to work heating and air. And now with your teachings and with your methods, he cranks out $2,000 a month. And I basically, if he really wants to make more, just take more action. And
well, I think yeah. I mean, it'll gather more momentum. That's the thing. I mean, he's gone from being like nobody on social media to, you know, people. He's the personal brand he's built up around himself, and he's also doing it for some kind of niche stuff as well. That it allows him to promote more specific offers. You know, he's a big brand. He's going to be there battling with, you know, Coca-Cola and the big guys before long, because
you know, and the thing, Mike,
about him. Yeah.
You know, the thing, Mike, is this was a several-week process. It's not like he worked a year and a half doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this was just a few weeks, and bam, you know, he's making money, and he's not the only one. I mean, we have plenty of people that we have. These are, just so people understand who we're talking about, these are coaching students that we taught about memes and taught about the power of this, and taught them how to actually make money with social media instead of just wasting time with social media, is what it boils down to.
Exactly.
So and he's not the only one. I mean, we have a young lady in Chicago who's now she's an offline marketer, but she's booking a lot of appointments using this stuff. We have other people doing this stuff in various ways. Affiliate marketing, marketing their own businesses, their own products. I mean, the beauty of this is it will, you know, because what you're doing is you're creating all this engagement, and so that means that, you know, you've got all these eyeballs looking at your stuff, and so that whatever, you know, whatever the money shot is, whether it's your own product, whether it's an affiliate marketing product, you know, ClickBank product, whether it's a CPA offer, you know, whatever it is, you get more eyeballs on it, and just like with Will, this can happen very rapidly if you do what we tell you to.
Definitely.
The key is it gives you the recipe to go and create a platform which you can stand on. You know, just like in the old days, if you had something to sell, you get a big box, put it in the middle of the crowd and stand on it, so you was above them all on a platform and tell them about what it is you want to do. Well, this is the digital equivalent, only it's not as hard as carrying a box into a place and having to actually, talk to people. I think it comes down to the age-old thing. Actually, this stuff is pretty straightforward as long as you know which buttons to press.
Exactly, and it's pretty quick to do this, isn't it, Lee? I mean, I guess just maybe a few minutes you create your own meme, and then you get it on Facebook or Instagram or any of these, and then just say, hey, guys, share this if you like it, and you get your offer 5,000 times with a click of a button, and you know what? That's crazy. I mean, you imagine that? I mean, that's insane. I can't even imagine, really. I mean, who needs an email list after that if you can actually put
it... You can actually flip this around, James. Just to throw this out there as a bit of a freebie, but I did this recently on one of my Twitter accounts, and I put a meme up there, and I said, "Favorite if you like it." Sorry, retweet if you like it. Favorite if you don't. And I got just as many favorites as I got retweets to the people that didn't like the image were sharing it. It was like, this is just crazy.
It's unbelievable. Plus, this is fun too. I mean, because you can have fun doing this. I mean, you can go through these pictures and you put a crazy thing, and you can split test it too and see which ones you can do better, right, Lee?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we're talking about minutes per day, literally.
Unbelievable.
We're talking about minutes per day to create really a sort of a perfect storm of traffic through social media.
Exactly. I'm just going to share something with everybody so that they can see it. It's going to tell you everything that we're actually going through. That it's pretty impressive. I'm going to show you some examples of some memes and how you can take this and use this in your own business. Let me share this 1 second. And there you go. I'm getting a lot, folks. I am getting a lot better at this, believe it or not. I mean, there you go, sharing it, and please let me know when you see it.
I can see it now.
Oh, okay, cool. Of course, this is Lee, this is Gloria, and this is Mike right here. And right now, I'm just going to say, basically, you have to understand that you can get massive engagement via Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. That's the main thing, what it is. And I like that it only takes minutes a day. And can you explain a little bit about this, Lee, where that you just basically popped and all this engagement that you really took off around November or October?
That was when I was really testing this myself on LinkedIn, and those are profile views. So what that is on LinkedIn you can get a graph of the number of people who viewed your profile over a given period of time. As you can see through memes, that jumped significantly. Now, it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything on LinkedIn before. I'm a heavy LinkedIn user. I was doing curated content and blog posts, but what was so interesting when I started using the memes was I get on average 4 times the engagement, 4 times the profile views, 4 times the number of people messaging me and say, hey Lee, I'm interested in that, please contact me. I get 4 times that from memes, from a picture with a quote, than I do some genius blog post that I thought of. That blew my mind.
Unbelievable. And I'm going to show you a meme right here. This is kind of cool. It's a Christmas tree that you have right here. You have a bunch of lights on there. And then let's go over to Facebook.
Yeah, that one was from Instagram. So basically we create the meme and we put it everywhere, and we teach you how to do that. And it takes me all of 12 minutes a day to do that. That particular Facebook post on a page was actually from Will. That was Will's page, and just above where you are now. But you can see the crazy engagement that he got off of that. That was within hours. It was nuts.
Wow, wow, wow. And then $100, an extra $200 a month from coaching. This is unbelievable from one person. Let me see. The spike. Can you tell me a little bit about the spike?
Yeah, so social media is where it's at, but I understand that a lot of people are interested in getting people actually looking at a web page on their website. Okay, so basically what we did was we took a dormant website And we were basically trying to see, well, how much of this traffic can we get off of social media actually hitting the website? That's the spike, and that's caused by memes.
Cool, cool, cool. And then I guess here's the Wikipedia. It's telling about what a meme is, of course, and Lee went over that. And then here's something really cool. It says, where I come from, you have to marry a girl if you text her back. I like that, really. It's almost getting to that point where that it does get nutty. I like this one. Yes?
Let me explain those three pictures because, memes kind of came to the forefront of social media like a couple of years ago. You started seeing, all those pictures with stuff, and you can use those, and they work pretty good. We really wanted to improve on those, okay? Because we were kind of wondering, well, I mean, do people have meme blindness? You know how people have banner blindness? They don't pay any attention to whatever you're advertising on your website anymore.
Sorry to cut in. I think the other thing, just to note about memes that we've seen historically, they were just purely entertainment, and nothing more. Just for for people to look at, chuckle, and move on to the next thing without really doing anything. And I think part of what we've really sort of tried to put together with what we're doing and what we have put together is that actually, yeah, they're a bit funny and yeah, they're great to engage with, but behind the scenes, if you like, they're pushing people to complete an action, whether that's CPA or visit a website or whatever, which is something that, I mean, those that you can chuckle at them, but you ain't going to go click a website. Why would you? There's nothing to drive you to do that.
Right.
I think that's where.
Yeah, we wanted to basically create, we basically recreated the whole meme concept. We wanted to create memes that would make people take that extra step. And as you can see from the proof we have there, you're exactly right about that, Mike. As you can see from the proof that we have there, our stuff makes people take that extra step. And it only takes minutes per day to do, and you get massive results in a short amount of time.
Exactly. I like where that basically you're going to show really where you get the images that aren't covered by the copyright laws.
Surely, very important.
Where to get engaging quotes to use with your images, how to use free software to create your memes, how to embed your URL in the meme, and then how and where to include the call of action instead of the meme. Call of action is basically where you're going to get people to really just take action and buy whatever you have to offer, right, Lee?
Exactly. I mean, just from basic sales, if you don't tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. So we go over, the whole goal of the meme is not, just like Mike said, it's not for people to chuckle and then move on. The whole goal of the meme is to cause an action. So we go over how to cause that action.
Exactly. And then, folks, real important is that this is something that's not being taught really anywhere else. That's what you have to understand. That's why I wanted to have Mike and Lee on, because basically why I like this is because you don't necessarily need an email list when you're first starting out. Understand that, because sometimes it takes a while. Okay, here's something else. What about this, Lee? Which I'm getting this, and I have this, most of this, but I'm gonna get everything, the whole enchilada. The reason is, this is vital to your business. I would take the meme, and then put it right under here. Would like to learn more? Put an opt-in page inside there. They'll put their email in. Now you're building your email list. Then you can take them to a CPA offer, for example, the Fat Loss Factor, if they want to lose weight. And you can have a crazy looking picture. They'll share it everywhere. Can you imagine? Also, share if you like this, and you get 5,000 shares. That's 5,000 eyeballs to the Fat Loss Factor, which pays around $35, $36 every time somebody goes into that. What do you think, Lee and Mike?
Yeah, that's really the next step to take this. Is it's kind of like you get your cake and eat it too. You not only get the eyeballs, you not only siphon off that traffic onto your money page, whatever it is, Fat Loss Factor, but you're creating a list. And people in a lot of niches like health and wellness, weight loss, et cetera, those are repeat buyers, and that list is hugely valuable. So yeah, that's actually that would be actually the best way to do this. It's not the only way to do this. You can take people directly to the money page and make money. Okay, so you don't have to have the opt-in, but to put the opt-in there to collect these emails so that you can sell more stuff to these people later, that's smart marketing.
Exactly, and folks understand that. I talked to Lee, and he has a lot. Lee has a huge list. Okay, and remember what I said before. Industry standards. I mean, I do much better, but industry standards is $1 per every person that's on your email list equals that amount of. So let's say, for example, you have 10,000 people on the email list. You should be making $10,000 to $15,000 a month on that email list. Basically, what I'm seeing in my standards or anything. Now, imagine if you take the meme that Lee is showing you how to create inside the course, which everybody needs to get on this. And you know, you don't understand how valuable this is. You build your email list. Let's say you get 1,000 people on your first try. Create a meme, and then it goes viral and get 1,000 shares. You get 1,000 people that put their email in because they want to learn how to lose more weight. Then you send offers to them constantly. You're building an email list a lot quicker than the other methods. And Lee has said that he has a lot of secret methods. Lee, can you tell us a little couple of your methods really how to build an email list? Because I know you have a crazy huge email list. You're top of most leaderboards.
You want me to give all that away?
Just a small goal for our audience only.
I've got some secrets. Well, yeah, you're putting me on the spot, James, but that's okay.
I always do.
I know. I'm used to being on the spot. Let me see if I can come up with one that would be extremely newbie friendly. So let's tie it into what we've got here.
Yes,
to
the meme.
social viral. So, which is the product that shows you how to do the meme. So let's say you get this, you start doing it, you're getting results. Let's use the fat loss factor. So you do the memes, you know, you're getting more engagement, you're spending minutes per day, just minutes. You're getting engagement, you're taking people to a squeeze page, which is where they put their name and email in to get a freebie, which is really easy to do. And then once they hit submit, guess what? They go to the sales page for fat loss factor.
Yes.
So you're building your list, you're doing all of that. Now, as you build that list, now you've got something that you can take to other people with lists, right? And you can say, I tell you what, and you can find these people pretty easily in Facebook groups, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say other affiliate marketers who are specializing in weight loss, health and wellness, bodybuilding, et cetera, et cetera. You can say it's cross promotions. You can say, I tell you what I'll do. I'll put a link to your squeeze page on the first email that my peeps get, and if you will do the same for me. Now what that does is that's mathematically going to multiply your list by probably 40, 50, 60% right there.
Yes.
On the same amount of work. That's just magnifying the whole thing. That one thing. And you don't have to have a big list to do this. You know, you can have a baby list, because basically you say, I will put your thing, you know, your little banner, your click here, your whatever, on that first email. Say, thank you so much for subscribing to yada yada. Here's the report that I promised you. By the way, here's a free bonus. It's really cool. Click here to get it. That goes to your buddy's squeeze page. Your buddy did the same thing for you. So now you're cross-pollinating, and now you're just with the same work, the same minutes per day, using the memes. You didn't increase your work. You're just magnifying your results. That is something, as you know, James, because you and I both do this, that is something that you can take to the bank all day, every day.
Fantastic, fantastic. And everybody understand one thing, is that memes are so powerful. It shows you how to make money. It shows you how to build your authority into the marketplace, because you need to brand yourself. Like James Knight, you know what? I need to work on my own brand and build my clout score. And just like basically it's an algorithm, it's a measurement of how popular you are out there. Am I right, Lee?
Yes, absolutely.
And let me show you.
Sorry to just interrupt there, but very quickly. The word isn't so much popular. The actual word that clout would use is authoritative, i.e. how much authority you've got over people. Well, let me tell you, you can sell stuff to people when you've got authority over them, and that's actually what the clout score is a measure of. So it's directly a measure of how able you are to make sales. It's as simple as that.
Exactly. And Lee and I were talking about it, and I really didn't really focus on Cloud Score because I really didn't even know much about it. I do know something about it, but I didn't know really how to really engage and improve my Cloud Score. And I want to show everybody about Cloud Score and where I'm at personally. And let me show everybody where it's at and how it works. All right, right here, folks. With me, right now I'm about 64. I guess that's above average pretty much. Basically, I'm getting most of my Cloud Score right here from Facebook. But with Lee's techniques and Mike's techniques, if I use the memes, I'm going to improve my Cloud Score through Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google, Foursquare, and Cloud. What would you suggest for me, Lee?
Well, I think basically, see, this is really interesting. I wasn't really following my Cloud Score that much, and Mike, I mean, I knew about it, but Mike said, hey, you know, this is really important. You need to look at that and follow it. This was before I started using memes myself, but when I started using memes, my Cloud Score over a period of like a month or so doubled. Now, what you need to do, James, is you need to basically do something. This is going to take you all of 12 minutes a day, okay? You need to basically start taking memes. You can do this with one meme per day and just pop, and it's the same meme. It's the same meme all across the board. Pop it in Twitter, pop it in LinkedIn, pop it in Instagram, pop it in Google. If you will do that in Google Plus, if you will do that, then what you're going to do is you're going to start, you know, Cloud's going to say, oh, there's stuff happening with James on these other social media platforms. See, now James has more clout, like Mike said. It's not just popularity, it's really authority, which is, you know, just a whole different ballgame. So suddenly Cloud's going to say, well, wait a minute, you know, James is over here doing all this stuff. People are plus oneing this thing. People are retweeting this thing. Whereas for you right now, it's all on Facebook. But see, you're doing great on Facebook, obviously. But you get this other stuff, your Clout Score is going to go through the roof. Now, people may think, well, you know, Lee, Clout Score, it's just a measurement, whatever. Okay, let me tell you how it works out in brass tacks. People hit me up all the time. Guys, I spend like 12 minutes a day on social media, okay? But people hit me up all the time and they say, Lee, I see you everywhere. You know, I see you on YouTube. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Twitter. I see you on LinkedIn. I said, man, how do you do that? I just kind of snicker and say, oh, it's a lot of work. You know, but it's really not, because with what we came up with memes, we don't have to write huge blog posts. We don't have to do a bunch of authoritative crap. All we got to do is just take a cool picture the way we do it, with the quote, with the link, with the call to action, put it up, bam, 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 bam. I do that while I'm drinking coffee in the morning. I'm done with my social media for the day. My Clout Score's doubled in a very short amount of time. James, you could take that Clout Score and push it way, way up there just doing that one thing.
Exactly, and I plan to do it really with the power of memes, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. And folks, if you're in my Facebook group, what I'm going to do is, because I'm so impressed with Lee and Mike's product right here, I'm also going to give a free software myself and a YouTube course inside there for everybody that gets inside this. And trust me, I spent really, I used to sell this software for $47, but not only that, but there's if you get the whole enchilada with Lee and Mike's, you're gonna get a software that just creates memes like that. It is so easy to do, basically. Even Homer Simpson or even your grandmother can do this, really, and that's what I love about it. It's simplified, it's easy to do, and plus you can do it with copyright free images. Am I right, Mike and Lee?
Yeah. I mean, just to point out how simple it is, I have a 4-year-old son, and I've had him making memes. He thinks it's really funny. Kind of does the thing and gets to look at all the pictures. But yeah, it is literally that easy. And what we've done is create a piece of software that literally automates the entire process and allows you to do them en masse as well. So we've tapped into a source of very high quality, completely royalty free, free to use images by professional photographers So you're getting, good, and it's important to have a good quality image because that's what people are going to share. It's got to be appealing. On top of that, we've pulled together a database of nearly 30,000 different quotations and categorized all of those as well. So if you are going to do CPA offers, if you're targeting very specific niches, should I say, speaking to Americans, me and Lee, you're going to be able to create memes very specifically for beauty, for fitness, for health, for whatever it is. So it kind of does all that, and literally you can do this to the tune of 100 at a time, and it takes minutes to do. It just spits them out. All you got to do is go and post them. It's as simple as that. So I mean, and it literally is the whole enchilada. It really is, and a lot of fun as well. I have to say, it's a lot of fun.
I tell you and everything, and what I like about it also is that it's very easy to do. And can you tell me a little bit of what? Say for example, you see a meme and something that would be catchy for somebody that's first doing this. What would you suggest with the picture and what to write and how to post it, Lee?
Well, yeah, we go that over in the product. We both in a written form and in videos we go over how to do that. But basically, you want something where the quote is kind of juxtaposed with the picture, because you want somebody to look. The picture is what makes people stop, right? And then they think interesting picture, so the picture needs to be interesting. And then they look at the quote and they think that's interesting quote, and it works the best when the two don't quite go together, because it's kind of like a joke, I mean, a joke works when the punchline is unexpected, right?
Yes.
So the quote is kind of like the punchline, and then people kind of stop and say, man, that's pretty cool. Also, you want it to essentially do a little branding, do a little positioning for you, do a little teaching, do a little entertaining. Now, the beauty of memes is this happens in a nanosecond in the viewer's brain. And that's why they work so well with social media, because people aren't going to stop and read 2 paragraphs that you wrote anymore. They don't care about that. But they will stop and look at the meme, and then the call to action is so important. So we do a bunch of different kinds of calls to action. Sometimes one thing that works really well is just have a link to a website. Another thing, so if you're doing CPA and you want to take people directly to a money page, okay, I'm dropping a golden nugget, James.
Mm-hmm.
Go to GoDaddy and buy yourself a meaningful domain name. So I'm not at GoDaddy right now. This is probably taken, but something like loseweighttoday.com. I'm sure that's taken. But so buy a meaningful domain name and then just forward that to your CPA money page. Okay, so you can pop that in the meme. Somebody says loseweighttoday.com. They get on their phone, loseweighttoday.com. It gets forwarded, okay, to the money page. They land on the money page for Fat Loss Factor or whatever. Man, that's cool. I think I'll do that. Or we were talking about the squeeze page. 10 ways where you can lose 10 pounds this month. Download my free report. Enter the email. They enter, I mean, who's not going to do that, right? Enter the email. They put that in there. Hit submit. Guess what? They go to the, sales page for Fat Loss Factor. So that is a really good way to do that. Another thing that we've been experimenting with, which works really, really well, is instead of a URL at the bottom of the meme, just put a command like, if you like it, share it. Or sometimes I'll say, like it, ? Share it. And then so you're telling the person what to do. That actually works. We get more likes and shares like that. What does that do? That increases the engagement. Like, at the beginning of the conversation, that increases the eyeballs. It increases the engagement. All of these social media platforms reward you for engagement. The more engagement you get, the more engagement you're going to get. So that works really well, so that you can basically build yourself up rapidly to where you're getting a lot of engagement, and every now and then just pop in you want to save money on your car insurance, click here. Just pop in something simple like that. You've got a lot of people looking at it. You got a lot of people liking and sharing and following and doing your stuff. So they'll see that and say, well, actually, I kind of would. Bam, click there, go to the email, submit for the CPA offer.
Awesome, awesome. I'm going to tell everybody I love it. You have to have it, just like Cold Stone's Ice Cream Creamery. It is fantastic. I totally recommend it. I'm already getting mine right after here. I'm just going to grab it. I'm going to grab the whole enchilada. Why? Because this stuff does work. It's better sometimes than an email list because it's more engagement like Lee. Okay, now after I get it, this is how I intend to use it before I leave everybody here. And I'm going to tell you, this is very valuable. If you don't get it, don't be a baby. Just grab it now. I'm going to tell you, it's a price of maybe a sandwich at Subway. So this is what I want you guys to do. First of all, I've taught this inside my Facebook groups, but this is even more powerful. What I'm going to show you here. This is where people are making $100, $200 a day with this one small technique. I'm going to show you right now. It's going to tell you. I'm going to do this and tell you how to do it in less than 2 minutes. All right. Lee, do you see where I'm going to, and Mike? The Facebook group?
Yes.
All right. What I do is I join all these groups. Now, look at this right now, everybody. It's 89,000 members, okay? What I want you to do is after you get Lee's and Mike's product or anything, it's inexpensive, like I said before. Create a meme. What's going to happen is then you post it right here. You can post anything you want right here, and it goes in there. You got a chance of 89,000 people seeing this. And then after you post it, for more information, click this link. And after they click the link, what I want you to do is maybe have an opt-in page where you grab the email, and after you grab the email, or you can actually just send them to the offer, for example, free iPhone 5 Plus, or maybe the Fat Loss Factor, where you can make $37 a pop. I'm telling you, it is basically almost like shooting fish inside a barrel. You're gonna do so well with this, it's gonna be unbelievable. What do you think, Lee?
I think that's a genius idea. I think I'm going to have to start doing more of that myself.
Exactly. Well, it works. I've had folks understand why this works. Basically, I showed you a new improved method that I did for my 20,000 Facebook group. Before I was showing basically putting ClickBank offers and that. What I'm doing is I'm showing a better engagement move. Well, I'm putting a meme there. And then when they look down there, you only have maybe a split second to catch your eye. Right. And you have that picture. Now it's going to be more engaging, and then that quote right there, you're going to catch more fish with that because it's basically, like I said before, it's all about who do I see first. And I can tell you, in my Facebook group, it works. This works. They're making $100, $200 a day. Some were making $50 a day. Some were making $70 a day. Some have made more. I had somebody even post a lot more, but I mean, but he went crazy with this method, really. Mm-hmm. And I just want everybody to jump on this. Increase your clout score with this. I mean, check it out. How do you get the clout? KLOUT.com. Let me know what your clout score. Try to beat me. I'm going to have a friendly competition. What's going to be a competition? We're going to do a little competition who improves your clout score. What do you think, Lee?
I think that's a great idea. I love competitions, and I think it would really help people to sort of focus, and it'd be very meaningful. I think we were giving something away on this, weren't we?
Yes. What do you suggest, Lee? I mean, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about
James,
Lee.
Because we're such good friends, I let you talk me into giving away a 20-minute consultation session with me. That's worth a ton of money. I charge people a lot of money to talk to me.
Exactly, exactly. So basically, it's that who's improved take a screenshot, or what do you think? Take a screenshot of your clout score right now, put the time and date, pretty much how it is, and show the improvement after so much time. And Lee will just, basically we'll see who wins this. Really, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be valuable. And I'm going to tell you, guys, why we're doing this is to get everybody to take action. You take action, you can start making money. And then, like I said before, just start posting these memes inside these free groups. You see groups with 80,000. You see groups with 100,000. You see them with 10,000. It doesn't matter. It takes you a second. Lee does all this in 11, 12 minutes, improving his clout score. So I totally recommend it. Please jump on it. Mike, I appreciate you being on also. I mean, Mike is authority on doing this. And Mike, I was going to ask you one thing. What would be the best thing? How would somebody take action to start doing this?
Just do it. I mean, it is what we've laid down in this report is a step-by-step. Here's how to go do this. Don't procrastinate. Don't think about it. Don't reinvent it. We've done all the thinking, we've done all the testing, and yet we've even made some software to automate it with that assured of how well this process works. Just go and do it, because the minute you start doing it, and I'm talking literally, to put this in perspective, I've got a test Instagram account that I've just created. It's got like 20 followers. It's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. I posted a meme to that earlier, and within 30 seconds got a like on it.
Fantastic.
That's all I did. And it's just a case of do it. Don't think about it. Just go and do it.
Right.
The rewards, you'll see the results directly, and actually, it just encourages you to go and do it a whole lot more when you see that actually this thing works.
Yeah, the go do it part is key, because see, the thing about it is this is so cutting edge. This is exactly how the internet is working right now. So now's the time for people to just do this, take action, and start making money with it. And if they do the squeeze page thing, they'll make even more money. If they do the bonus thing that you talked me into revealing, they'll build a list even faster. So this one thing for a newbie, this one thing could be the foundation of an entire business.
Yeah, I mean, can I just sort of add to that? I mean, I've been in internet marketing and sales my whole life. I've specialised in internet marketing for over a decade now, and there's been a couple of times through that period when I've kind of seen something going on and thought, man, I wish I'd known about that 3 years ago. I wish I'd seen that coming. I wish I'd been ahead of that curve. And actually, this is it. This is ahead of the curve. And the proof of that is this. Facebook, text-based primarily, and originally that's how that network came about. It was you could share photographs, but people were posting on there, updating the statuses. Twitter came along, nearly all text-based, and then things have kind of changed a lot since then. Pinterest was the next big thing to come after that. You've got Instagram, you've got Vine. These are all visual social media channels, and that's the way things are going. So by getting in at this stage in the game and being on the ground level, using this technology to promote your offers, to promote your businesses, you're already on that path that in 3 years' time you're gonna look back and think, I'm so glad I got involved in this visual stuff back then, because now look where I'm at. If I hadn't got on that path in that place, I'd be behind the 8 ball again, and that's really what this is an opportunity to do.
Totally.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, I'm James Knight. I'm telling you, I totally approve of this. I totally recommend this. This is a sweetheart deal. Lee and Mike are not going to keep this up forever. Get on this. The reason I wanted Lee and Mike to get this is to get you the early bird price, okay? Because right now it's like a sweetheart deal. It's like literally maybe the price of getting to an afternoon movie, okay? Grab this now. Start improving your cloud score. Start getting into the Facebook groups and start just posting. I'm going to tell you, don't think that, a lot of people, they think with making money, you just work 10, 20 minutes a day. You know what? Work 6, 7, 8 hours a day and quit your crappy job and do this once and for all like all of us do. I'm going to tell you, it's fun. It is a lot of fun. It's like you go to Longhorn Steakhouse and you eat during the lunch and afternoon while everybody else is working for the crappy boss. Get on this now. I'm telling you, A+, jump on it. All right, later on, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, James.
You too. Bye, Mike. Bye, Lee.
Bye.
James.